Will AI replace human workers?
Yes, definitely. Repetitive, continuous, routinary, those jobs would be at risk.
Wow.
Almost all industries will be considered at risk.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. AI can generate new ideas.
In a snap. They are scared they will be replaced by AI.
The world will move with AI, with or without you.
Which jobs will die first?
A very, very tough question.
Welcome to the Builders Podcast, where we celebrate the people who build, create, and inspire. The Builders Podcast, presented by Buildmaster.ph. Real stories, real builders, real talk. I'm Charu, and in every episode, we sit down with builders from all walks of life. What if one day your job no longer needs you? This is the question nobody wants to hear. Yet everybody silently fears. Technology is accelerating. Industries are shifting. And workers are wondering, will I be replaced? Today, we're diving deep into AI, digital transformation, the jobs that will die, and the ones that will be born, and the question of whether Iloilo can rise as a real tech city. Our guest is someone who has built his life around understanding technology and who has trained government, schools, and industries on how to transform before it's too late. The director of the Center for Information and Communications Technology at the University of San Agustin, a former training specialist and project focal for DICT Region 6, a graduate school professor in engineering and technology programs, a lifelong technologist, a digital innovator, an educator, and now the Chief Technology Officer of Buildmaster, Dr. Joel Garcera.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
And thank you for gracing us with your presence because
Of
I
course.
know very busy gid ikaw.
Siyempre. But it's okay. Buildmaster is our top priority.
Okay, thank you. So let me go ahead and ask you this. Today, our discussion is very timely and very important. So,
And very serious.
yes, and very serious.
So kinakalbaan ko how, but it's okay.
That I think everybody, even myself, would like to hear answers coming from you. And because this is, I think, one of the other people feel scared, other people are interested, other people are excited, other people are curious. So, Sir Joel, what's the honest truth? Will AI replace human workers?
Yes, definitely. But of course, not everyone. There are jobs, there are skills, talents, which will be eventually at risk with artificial intelligence. To that question, it's a yes.
Wow, kulbaan.
Kalabaan?
Goosebumps.
Okay. That's reality. That's something, whether we will move forward, we will adapt, or we will understand AI, the world will move with AI, with or without you. That's the deal. Hopefully, we can elaborate further later on, ma'am.
Yes, definitely. And speaking of, you said yes, AI will replace human workers. Which jobs will die first because of AI?
A very, very tough question. But this is something that we need to answer because it should be answered because not only because of curiosity, but this is something that should interest the public.
Yeah.
Which particular jobs will be affected by artificial intelligence. Jobs with less empathy, jobs with less decision making, jobs which are considered repetitive, continuous, routinary, those jobs would be at risk with the emerging technology, particularly artificial intelligence.
So what you mean to say is those jobs that has like less human touch
Exactly.
are at risk.
Exactly.
So I'm in BPO industry and I think that we have a lot of there's 1.5 million Filipinos depend on this industry, the BPO industry. In your opinion, Sir Joel, will AI replace BPO jobs in the Philippines?
Yes, definitely. But of course, there should be intervention from the private sector and also support from the government sector. BPO industry is considered at risk with these kind of emerging technologies, particularly artificial intelligence, because not only BPO, in other industries and sectors of our society as well. But hopefully later on we can elaborate further in the perspective of BPO companies.
Yes, and because you said that BPO industry is at risk. So any advice or what do BPO industry need to do right now to avoid losing the business?
Right. If you will scroll online, if you will search online, probably in other online platforms, there are what we call customer service and sales representative, which are AI generated. These are AI CSRs, AI sales representatives. So my advice, we need to protect our workforce. We need to upskill the manpower. We need to reskill our manpower to be digitally literate, to be AI literate, so that we can use the benefits of artificial intelligence rather than this AI will take over our job. So I believe that's an honest answer to that question, Ma'am Cha.
Yes, I agree. And that's why in True Alliant, we're starting to train our agents to be like a hybrid type of agents to
That's
be
good.
able to adapt to this AI threat.
That's a very good intervention for the organization, Ma'am Cha.
And so, speaking of the industries, any particular industries in the Philippines that are also at risk?
As mentioned earlier, that there are almost all industries, if not all, most of the industries will be considered at risk if these industries, organization, including corporation, will not adapt emerging technologies, particularly artificial intelligence. Most probably, these industries who lack empathy, these industries with repetitive tasks, routinary tasks, these industries are considered at risk. For example, retail, logistics, customer service, to mention earlier, the business process outsourcing or the BPO industry, creatives, what else? As mentioned earlier, photo and video. I hate to say this, but AI can generate...
Really?
Yes, ma'am. AI right now, the power of AI is very much sophisticated this time. AI can generate realistic photo. AI can generate realistic video or even audio. So this is something that will be considered that the photo entertainment industry would be at risk because of the dominance of artificial intelligence. Of course, there are pros and cons. There is something that we need to do. There should be intervention that because we need to utilize artificial intelligence for our own advantage rather than facing it like a threat to humanity, something like that. It's not. AI is developed, AI is designed for the benefit of the people. It's just a matter of proper utilization.
That's what I want to hear.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sir.
Thank you.
Because a lot of, I think, people who are watching right now and listening right now, they are scared, and that they will be replaced by AI. And so other people think that the fear of AI is an exaggeration. Do you agree?
The fear in terms of AI is real. That's something very clear. It's real. It's not exaggeration. It's real because the fear comes with lack of understanding. But then we can turn this fear into an opportunity if we understand the benefit of artificial intelligence. If you know how to use it properly, then we can convert the fear to an opportunity.
Wow, that's really
Thank you.
beautiful. Let's talk about naman those jobs that will not be replaced. So will there be jobs that AI can never replace?
Thank you for the question, ma'am. Well, the first question earlier, are there jobs would be at risk in terms of AI? Yes, but also there are also jobs that can be considered safe in terms of artificial intelligence or in terms of the dominance of artificial intelligence in our society. First, those jobs which requires empathy, which requires physical care, which requires much more of creativity, which requires critical thinking skills, which requires leadership and decision making. These jobs or these skills cannot be replicated by an artificial intelligence. So if you do have these skills on your job, you are safe.
Wow. I mean, that's a relief.
Yes.
For someone, for example, who works in, let's say, healthcare. Can we say healthcare industry is safe?
Yes, of course, there are. But of course, healthcare should also transform digitally, or else they will be left behind. They will be considered obsolete because healthcare industries right now are using advanced technologies. So advanced technologies requires intervention of emerging tech like artificial intelligence as well. But then one thing that AI cannot replicate is what we call physical care and empathy, which is provided by healthcare industries.
Yes. Okay. And because in my introduction, I said that what jobs will disappear and there will be jobs that will be born. So what new jobs or roles will AI create?
All right. There are a lot of jobs because, for example, for BPO, in terms of digital transformation in the adoption of artificial intelligence, according to study, it will create and it will generate more jobs if we know how to use it properly. There are jobs we have now, AI developers, we do have AI trainers, we do have technologies, and in the common perspective, we also have data analysts, something like that. We do have cloud programmers and all the likes. And other jobs, layman's, agriculture, tourism, education, they should elevate so that they can meet the requirements of technology nowadays. So I believe that's the best answer to that question, Ma'am Cha.
Okay. And you mentioned earlier about the jobs that AI will never replace. So, and also you mentioned those skills that I think our workforce need from 2026 onward. Can we just review for the sake of our viewers, Sir Joel, what are the skills that matters again on or from 2026 onward?
Okay. I wish to explain this on the layman's perspective. I don't want to sound too technical for the benefit of our audience, of course. Cognitive skills, that means critical thinking, logical reasoning, empathy, leadership, creativity. These skills cannot be replicated by an artificial intelligence. So if you upskill yourself to have these skills, that means that's an absolute assurance that you will be safe with the dominance of artificial intelligence.
Okay. And so I'm just gonna circle back to what you said, no? Cognitive skills, empathy, leadership, creativity, human touch, really.
Exactly.
But do you think that we need to have like strong tech background to survive, or How does someone with zero tech background survive the future?
Zero tech background, that means you need to start small. Everyone started from, so we need to start small. And the most important, if you don't have any idea at all about artificial intelligence, digital literacy is very important. You need to check details about artificial intelligence. I'm sure AI is everywhere right now.
Yeah.
AI information is very much accessible right now on social media, on the mainstream media like your television, even in the radio and other media that we have right now, even print ads. We do have articles which pertains to artificial intelligence. So be very curious about these kind of disruptive technologies.
Curiosity.
Exactly.
Okay. And also be very careful with using that
Exactly.
technology.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What mistakes do Filipinos make when facing new technology?
That's a very good question because Filipinos are tech savvy. We are actually the number one social media users in the world for successive years, especially Facebook. We are the number one in terms of utilization and use of Facebook worldwide. Filipinos are tech savvy. We adapt technology. The question there, the missing piece is that Filipinos should engage more on how to use this technology probably properly use this technology for the benefit of a certain individual or benefit of a certain organization. We need to maximize the use, we need to maximize the potential, and also we need to understand the limitations and the boundaries of these kind of technologies. So I just wanted to share this with the two sides of the story, the good and the bad of artificial intelligence, the pro and the cons, the pro and the benefits and the consequence. So that's something that we need to advocate, the two sides of the story.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, what you mean is that everybody or all of us should be able to learn how to take advantage of the new technology that we have right now. Because we already, like you said, social media user number one.
Exactly.
Philippines, number one kita. So, what you are trying to say sa aton viewers is that we also need to take advantage or learn how to benefit from the new technology.
Exactly. Let me give you an example. If you know technology, if you know how to use technology, you can do digital marketing. You can reach millions and even billions of people around the world by just few clicks with proper marketing collaterals and by just minimum spend or minimum marketing expenses, something like that, compared to your print ads, compared to your mainstream media. That's a bit expensive.
Yes.
But if you know artificial intelligence, if you know how to use technology for digital marketing, you can reach wider scope or wider market. So that's a logical example of how to properly use it.
Yes, and also saves you time.
Exactly.
I mean, you can create output in a shorter span of time compared to doing it without AI's help.
I agree. The most important in the business perspective because it's cost efficient.
Cost efficient. So, Sir Joel, ikaw mismo, have you ever felt outdated or left behind?
Yes, a lot of times, especially in the scenarios that there are new framework, there are new technologies, there are new equipments out in the market, and you were not able to scan, you were not able to try it, you were not able to read the details.
Yeah.
I felt as technologies, I am outdated because I understand, that technology is abruptly changing. It's changing day by day, it's changing every week.
Yes.
We do have another version, we do have another framework, we do have another gadgets out in the market. So you need to continually learn so that you will not be outdated.
So we need to keep up.
Yes, ma'am. You need to be curious, and of course, we need to learn.
Yeah.
If a technology is like me, we need to learn.
Speaking of, we need to learn. What's the hardest lesson technology has taught you for someone who is in the technology industry?
Hardest lesson would be most probably is that technology will teach you the hardest lesson in terms of continuous learning. If you stop learning, if you stop being curious, you will be left behind. You will be considered obsolete.
And
Yes, ma'am.
in a snap, right? Because you said it's very quick
Yes.
A new version and another gadget, another update. So it's very dasig siya. So if you stop or even pause learning, left behind ka.
Exactly. I don't want to name a brand, but then I'm sure you know a mobile brand which is considered the leading brand in the
Yes.
market right now. But then they were not able to adopt technology because they are very complacent. They are very confident of their product. But then there are new technologies that they need to adopt. They were not able to do it. That's why from the leading brand, they were considered obsolete. I'm sure you all also know a brand, a photo or probably camera brand, leading camera brand in the market before. But now this particular camera brand is not, it's already not, or is not available in the market right now because they failed to innovate. They failed to adopt these emerging technologies.
Okay. And so speaking of, because you mentioned dying or obsolete phone and camera brands, so how do you stay relevant in a field that changes? It's not only every 6 months. It's not monthly. It's not even weekly. It's like every day. So how does someone stay relevant, like in your field?
Okay, thank you. A very tough question. I would like to answer the question personally. How can I stay, as technologists, how can we stay updated? Probably the simple answer to that is I need to make sure that I am surrounded with smart people. People that you can ask, people that you can discuss with, and people that you can learn from. That's something very, very important. So you need to surround yourself with people who are smarter than you. Yes.
Okay. That's very humbling because not everybody would feel or have the same opinion as
Yes.
you, right? Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
So by staying or by surrounding yourself with smart people or people who are smarter than you to stay relevant in your field, how about what separates tech survivors from those who fall behind?
For me, if you stop learning, you will fall behind or you will fail. If you stop being curious, definitely you will fail. So for me, it's about learning and it's about curiosity. That's, for me, major factors that can be considered in terms of tech survival.
So in your industry, Sir Joel, or in your field, it's non-stop learning.
Yes, ma'am.
Every day.
You need to learn, you need to discover new ideas, you need to be curious with these new gadgets out of the market. You need to, if I may use layman's term, biskan putos ang ibos, you need to learn, or if the details or the articles, I do have these humbling experience. I saw like putos ang ibos, but I am very, very interested with the article. You need to open up that particular piece of newspaper, even though it's wet. But I have this experience that I read the entire article because this is something that you are passionate about. This is something that you are interested about. So that's, I believe, the biggest factor to consider for survival in the tech industry.
Okay, thank you for that, sir. Sir Joel, let's talk about naman Iloilo. If Iloilo can be a real tech and innovation city, do you think we are ready?
Iloilo is actually a very promising city. Iloilo is considered HUC or highly urbanized city, which can be comparable to Manila City, comparable to Cebu City. Yes, Iloilo has this great potential to be an innovation city, also probably a startup city, because we do have the skills, we do have the pool of talents, and we do have the knowledge and expertise in the locality. So definitely there's a great potential for Iloilo to be an innovation city.
And so you mentioned Iloilo is highly urbanized city.
Yes.
And my next question would be, what are the advantages that we have compared to Manila and Cebu?
Okay, very tough question. Because I love Manila, I also love Cebu. But of course, we will talk about Iloilo City. One of the advantage of Iloilo City, because we do have less traffic compared to Manila, compared to Cebu. That means if we do have less traffic, it will be less in terms of delay. Less in terms of delay means more productivity. It would be cost efficient. It would be cost effective. So that means that's something that should be considered as the best asset of Iloilo City, because we do have less traffic compared to Manila and compared to Cebu City.
That's an interesting point.
Yes, of course.
Wow. Less traffic, less delay, more productivity.
Exactly. Right.
Very good. See?
More productivity means more profit
Yes.
for businesses.
Exactly. Okay. And those are one of our advantages. But what about our weakness? What weaknesses hold Iloilo City back?
This is a very sad story, but of course, this should come to a point of realization for Iloilo City. We do have, as mentioned earlier, we do have the skills, we do have the talents, we have all of these things in the locality. But then the adoption rate of technologies is something that should be addressed immediately. There should be interventions in the private sector, but we also need interventions and support from the local level and the government sectors as well.
And did you mean it's our educational system?
It's the entire ecosystem, from education to industry to government and to private sectors. It should be a holistic approach and a holistic intervention so that we can boost our businesses, we can boost especially the startups and the tech industry in the locality or in Iloilo City.
Okay. And speaking of education, Sir Joel, and since you
Yes.
teach, you are an educator, let's talk about the specifics. What role can universities and institutions play?
Okay. Vital role from the universities, from schools, higher educational institutions. These schools should make sure to supply the demand of the industry. Currently, the problem that we have right now is skills mismatch. We need tech-savvy people in the industry. The industry needs more proficient customer service. The industry needs developers. The industry needs nurses. But schools doesn't have this alignment to the industry. So it should be a collaborative efforts of the industry and the school so that the supply from the industry can be met, the demand from the industry can be met by the supply from the universities. Or else, there will be a massive skills mismatch.
Okay. And so, ano lang, sir, I'm just very curious.
Yes,
how would that happen? Like, would universities or institutions like change, like, what do you call that, the curriculum, or add
Yes.
more courses? Or how do they do that?
I believe our regulatory body, I don't want to name, but the regulatory body of these universities, of the schools, should also understand and integrate these emerging technologies in the curriculum, like infusion or integration of digital literacy, integration of innovation and advanced technology on the curriculum, because even agriculture needs technology so that it will be more efficient. Tourism also needs these kind of technology so that they can reach wider market. Business administration, or even public administration need these tools to increase productivity, to enhance efficiency. So I believe there should be integration of technologies on the curriculum right now.
Okay.
I agree with you, ma'am.
Very nice. Okay, so Sir Joel, you take on so many roles, but right now you are the CTO of Buildmaster. And why did you join Buildmaster?
Why did I join Buildmaster? Because I understand and I believe with the vision, a vision to create sustainable and efficient solution, not only for logistics but also for construction. That's something I believe. That's the reason why I actually joined the organization.
So that's what convinced you
Exactly.
to join the company. And so as a CTO, or when you were brought in as a CTO, what problems are you solving in the company?
Okay. My goal is, as a CTO, as I mentioned earlier, I believe in the clear vision of the company. A clear vision of Buildmaster.ph. So the problem here is actually the real world problem that we wanted to solve is efficiency and transparency in terms of logistics, in terms of procurement, and in terms of construction. And later on, to provide a very good accessible e-commerce platforms to the locality, or probably later on to scale up in the national or even in the international level later on.
Okay. Sir, I want you to be very honest.
Yes. Okay.
If
All right.
Buildmaster fails, what would be the reason?
The reason for failure is that if Buildmaster stops being curious, if Buildmaster stops to innovate, if Buildmaster stops to adopt these technologies, that will lead to failure. But later on, if we do all of these things, that will definitely drive Buildmaster to a certain opportunity, and it will drive for Buildmaster to be unstoppable.
And yes, so if
Yes.
Buildmaster succeeds, if Buildmaster continues to be curious, if Buildmaster continues to innovate,
Yes.
you think that Buildmaster will be unstoppable.
Exactly. It will be unstoppable. With one more thing, if Buildmaster continue to listen to the customers and innovate according to customers' feedback, definitely that's the perfect formula for Buildmaster's success.
Okay. Welcome to the Hard Hat Zone. Sir Joel, please wear your hard hat. I'm just gonna ask you
Very interesting
fast
segment.
questions. I need your fast answer.
Pero hindi kita mo i-ano.
Are you excited?
Okay. Yes, excited at the same time.
Surprise question.
Yes.
Sir, ano ni siya, sir? Wholesome.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Yes. Ready or not? Yes.
Okay, here we go. AI or human?
Human.
Robot assistant or human assistant?
Human assistant.
Okay. Email or chat?
Chat better.
Okay. Rate 1 to 10. How scared should people be of AI?
Scared? I believe 8.
Okay. Rate 1 to 10. How ready is Iloilo for digital transformation?
Iloilo is ready. It might be 10. A little bit, it might be 9. A little bit push, it will be 10.
Okay. Rate 1 to 10. How much do Filipinos need digital literacy right now?
Maximum level 10. Filipinos needs digital literacy.
Okay. First thing that comes to mind when you hear the word automation.
Automation, that means artificial intelligence. Automation means efficiency. Automation means productivity. And automation means profit for business.
Okay. First thing that comes to mind when you hear outdated systems.
That means lack of adoption, lack of innovation, and lack of learning and curiosity. That's outdated by nature.
First thing that comes to mind when you hear cybersecurity.
For me, cybersecurity in a technical perspective is considered the main factor in cybersecurity is data privacy. We need to protect the data, the sensitive data of the people, the sensitive data of the public. So with data privacy, we will have more on, we can make sure cybersecurity.
Okay. First thing that comes to mind when you hear Buildmaster's future.
Buildmaster is promising. Buildmaster has this great potential in the future.
A good kiss or a good hug?
Kiss.
Well, lights on or lights off?
Lights off.
Morning quickie or morning coffee?
Quickie. Anytime.
Okay. Ano na ni?
Ikaw yan.
All night coding or all night cuddling?
Still quickie. All night. Sorry.
And the last but not the least, the very famous sex or chocolate?
Sex, of course.
Thank you, Sir Joe.
Thank you. Thank you.
For passing the hard hat zone.
Thank you.
All right. So, Sir Joel, as the CTO of Buildmaster, can you walk us through how Buildmaster.ph works and how the technology is driving this platform?
Of course, because I am very, very much proud of this particular product. We do have a very intuitive user interface in which the buttons here are strategically placed to maximize and to enhance user experience. One thing that would like to highlight and one thing that we are very proud of, which is considered very unique to our application, is the AI mode. You can do AI search. That means it's okay to misspell. The application can definitely accommodate that. You just need to include keywords which you remembered, and the AI mode will definitely help you search for that particular product. If you click AI mode here, you will have this AI user interface in where you can search the product using image search. That means you just need to take a photo, or you can upload a certain file on the platform, and that file will be scanned and it will be searched by the application. This is a very smart and very intelligent application. AI integration on this platform is very intelligent. You don't need to search using English language. You can use Tagalog or you can use Hiligaynon, right?
You can use Hiligaynon?
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, that's very smart, ma'am. For example, if I'm a customer, roofing is atop in Hiligaynon,
Yes,
ma'am.
atop.
You can use atop. You can just type in atop and then let AI search the word atop for you. It's very accurate, ma'am.
Yes.
With the term atop, it will give you all the ceiling and the roofing materials,
Wow.
right? With all the available brands and competitive prices. If I'll go back to your AI mode, you can click image search where you can take photo, scan something. So for example, this one. Thank you so much, Boysen. Baka naman.
Baka naman, Boysen.
We would love to, for example, we are looking for this. So take a photo. After that, just need to click OK to upload the photo. And there's a button here, Find My Product. With the photo of this one, a paintbrush, we will have these particular paintbrush results. Hundreds or even thousands of paintbrush on the system.
Yeah.
AI will give you, by just taking a photo of this particular material or for this particular tool, and you will have all these options that you can select from.
Wow.
Right? That's something very intuitive. That's something, as mentioned earlier, Ma'am Cha, we are not, our team in Buildmaster, we are not just creating a system, but we are creating a solution for efficiency and for transparency as well. One more thing, Ma'am Cha, and to our dear audience, something very promising right now because we are launching the Buildmaster mobile application. That's something that we are very excited and we are very proud of, Ma'am Cha. And later on, Buildmaster mobile app will be available for downloads on various channels, especially on Google Play Store and also Apple iStore. So please download the application and you can definitely experience by yourself.
All right. So, Sir Joel, this time we're going to talk about the digital transformation or death of the businesses this time. So, why do businesses die when they refuse digital transformation?
A very interesting question, at the same time, very timely question. This is something that we are curious about. This is something that we need to answer. Businesses will die if they fail to adopt digital transformation because customers right now are looking forward in terms of efficiency, productivity, in terms of effectiveness and digital presence. For example, if you order food, we tend not to use or to dial 1-800 delivery this time because it would be better to use applications.
Yeah.
It would be better to pay using digital platforms. It would be more convenient. So businesses will definitely will be considered obsolete or will die eventually if they will fail to adopt digital transformation.
Yes. And that the customers are also evolving.
Exactly.
So, like what you've mentioned,
The demand of the customers and
Yes.
how they behave. Customers right now are not traditional customers. They are considered digital customers. They wish to transact, to buy products and services online. They wish to pay and process payment online. So if a certain business doesn't have digital presence, definitely that will lead to failure of such business.
okay. And speaking of the business owners of these businesses, because a while ago you said that Filipinos' mistakes with new technology is we don't use them responsibly, or
Correct.
we don't take advantage to get benefits
Agree.
from the new technology. But what mistakes do business owners make with that technology?
Yes, that's a technical question. I would love to answer this technically. Businesses tend to label integration of technology as expense or liability. Business perspective on technology should be an investment and not an expense or a liability. That's the common mistake that we have right now.
Wow. Okay. That's really interesting. Investment instead of expense.
Exactly.
Okay. And so, how do we know or diagnose if a business is already digitally dying?
If the data is scattered, if the processes and transactions are manual, that's, speaking with the word diagnose, that's a symptoms of a business is dying or technically dying.
Okay. When all the processes or they don't adapt to digital payments, for example.
Exactly.
And right now everybody is on delivery or food delivery app.
Yes.
So would you say that, or would you suggest or encourage our business owners, especially in food or in other retail businesses, to consider bringing their businesses online?
Exactly. I totally agree. Because consumers nowadays are, as mentioned earlier, consumers nowadays are considered digital consumers. They wish and they prefer to buy products and avail services online. So that means if you do have a business or digital presence, that would be a great advantage for a certain business. So that's something that businesses should address immediately to adopt digital transformation on their businesses.
Okay, I'm just gonna go back to what you said
Yes,
earlier,
please.
sir. You said that digital transformation or these technology must be treated as an investment,
Correct.
right, for the business owners. This, I think, would be possible if your business is already stable or already big or growing. However, there are a lot of businesses that are small, the SMEs naton. So as a business owner of a small example shop, what digital skill should I have, for example, or what digital skill should I learn? Because I don't have the luxury of paying
Okay.
for this technology, So, what skill or digital skill should I have, or I should learn to be able to help my business?
Digital transformation is not only applicable for big businesses, it is genuinely applicable also for micro, small, medium enterprise, our MEs, because these businesses need help in terms of how they can market their products and market their services in the digital perspective. I just wanted to share experience during pandemic. There's a lot of micro, small, medium enterprise who were actually lost, and eventually the business actually died down because they were not able to innovate. They were not able to capacitate they were not able to get help in terms of on how they can capacitate and explore the digital perspective.
Yes.
Because as per experience, they sell products and their services on a physical store. But because of the lockdowns, because of the quarantine measures during those time, they were not able to do it traditionally. But then during those time, if they were able to, if there's help to capacitate them to sell products and to sell their services online, it would be at least the business will thrive and definitely the business will survive.
Yes. I think it's a requirement nowadays for
Exactly.
your business to be present online.
Exactly.
Right.
Agree.
Okay. So, sir, let's talk about the future. About life, work, and humanity in the age of AI. Let's talk about what the world will look like 10 years from now because of AI.
The world will be fully automated 10 years from now. That's a technical perspective. My job as a chief technology officer is not only to manage technical people, but also to build and to empower these people to reach their greater potential. And my job as a CTO is not only to create a system, but to build a solution that would be considered sustainable towards efficiency and transparency. So I believe this would be a game changer in the near future because, again, as mentioned, 10 years from now, I believe it will be transactions, processes will be fully automated.
Everything digital.
Yes.
Okay. And so let's talk about your students because you teach in the university. What advice do you give your students about the future of work? I think this also would apply to the parents who are watching and
Of course,
listening right now.
We would love to address the students and the parents. I'm very blunt with my students. I told them that digital transformation is the future. Artificial intelligence is the future. If you don't know these technologies, better don't apply for a job because your skill is outdated, your knowledge is obsolete. You will not be employed.
Wow.
That's a harsh truth. Because they need to upskill, they need to think, they need to reskill to adopt this disruptive technology. So if you know digital transformation, if you know artificial intelligence, that would be considered your smartest edge in terms of employment.
Right, harsh truth. And
Yes.
I think, honestly, for me, this is a wake-up call.
Yes, of course.
As a parent, I would like to ask you this question. Or as a parent with kids,
Yes.
I'm thinking already of how or what path they choose or
Yes.
they should go through to prepare, right? To become future proof
Yes.
with AI.
That's correct.
So, Sir Joel, how should families prepare their kids for AI?
Families, parents, we need to understand how they use artificial intelligence. Again, I'm telling the two sides of the story. We have the pros. AI is beneficial. Technologies are considered beneficial, but there are consequences. For example, too much dependence on technology, right?
Yes.
Assignments. We will do AI for assignments, for schoolworks. Research papers, we will use AI generated content for research papers. That's something too much dependent or too much reliance on technology. So the use of that technology, there should be proper use of technology, especially artificial intelligence. We call it, first is AI generated, second is AI assisted. Don't let AI decide for you. If you use AI generated content, there's something wrong. But if you let the tool, if you let the platform, if you let AI assist you to be productive, to be more efficient, then this is what we call AI assisted. So we are in this particular perspective, Ma'am Cha.
Okay, AI assisted.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that it's a very good point that also parents have the responsibility to monitor or to control, especially nowadays. Like for us, atong generation, before we did all the research papers, thesis, and everything
Manually. In the library.
Think. Yes. The research ang tutuod, we think. And right now with AI, I think that the generation depends too much on it. And so it is our responsibility to control and to monitor so that the result would be AI assisted.
Exactly.
Ang mga bata.
Yes, if I may elaborate further, this is a common debate in the academe, in the education sector, because of the output, the AI-generated output, which is submitted as output of the student. So academic integrity should not be compromised. Ethical considerations should be observed while using artificial intelligence. How to do that? Parents should know how to use AI. Teachers, educators should know how to use AI so that students cannot outsmart them.
Yeah.
So the only thing that we can manage, the best thing that we can control the use of artificial intelligence is understanding it.
Yes. Okay. O mayo lang kabalo ko mag-AI subal ang mga bata subong. Okay. So speaking of the future. So is our future something to fear or something to build?
The future is something to build. As mentioned earlier, fear comes with lack of understanding. If you turn this fear into opportunity, this opportunity is something that should be built for the future.
And so, with that being said, Sir Joel, I would like you to speak directly to every Filipino who is afraid of losing their jobs to AI right now. What is your message?
Once again, digital transformation is the future. This digital transformation is no longer optional. It's a game changer for businesses and for industries. So I would highly recommend that we should learn these disruptive technologies because market will move with or without you. Therefore, it is highly recommended to embrace technology, but also we need to understand how to control, how to manage, and how to use it properly for the benefit of an individual or for the benefit of the organization. Thank you, Ma'am Cha.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Joel.
you so much, everyone.
But I have another question.
Oh, okay.
So, who would you like to sit next on that chair, and what question would you like to ask?
Can I answer two persons?
Of course.
First, if of course I wanted to, with with all humility, we would love the city mayor to sit in this particular chair because we wanted to hear insights about startup, about innovation initiative in the city. And second, I would love a good friend to sit here. His engineer Hali Sanikas. He's a civil engineer, a builder by profession because he knows about construction. So I would like to hear the insights in terms of construction in connection with digital transformation. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you. So just to wrap things up, Sir Joel, what I've learned today is that, what I learned from you is that technology will evolve, technology will continue,
Agree.
whether we are ready or not, whether we are here or not. And AI replaces those who refuse to adapt, and that it would empower those who choose to grow with AI. Thank you so much, Sir Joel, because right now, personally, I think the future doesn't have to be scary.
Exactly.
In my opinion, and I hope that our viewers and our listeners also feel the same way. Thank you so much for pushing digital transformation sa Iloilo and for being here today.
Thank you, Ma'am Cha. Thank you, Buildmaster.ph, and thank you, everyone, to our dear audience. Thank you so much, Ma'am Cha.
To our listeners, thank you for being part of the Builders Podcast community. If today's story inspired you, share it with someone who's building their own path. Until next time, for now, let's keep building, learning, and inspiring. I'm Charu, and this is the Builders Podcast. What is the heaviest part of this work that no one ever sees?
It's just embracing the day-to-day activities leading to the festival.
Subscribe to Buildmaster and join us as we continue to celebrate the builders of our time.